Hello, silly people, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Trey, and today will be the final part of Beautiful Beast Kiss and Friends. And I'm going to show some things in Illustrator that I haven't done in the previous ones, and that's mostly to do with color. A lot of it, I do the same things over and over, but let's run down some of the tools that I use. So first we have the selection tool, which is here. The shortcut is V, and it is mostly used to move shapes around. So you would make a shape, a circle, ellipse, square, polygons, and all that, and you can move them with this selection tool, which is V for the shortcut. One I use a lot is the direct selection tool, and the shortcut is A. A is the shortcut, and with it there are anchor points and arms that come off of anchor points, and you use those to manipulate shapes. The pen tool, shortcut P, where you can lay down anchor points. So you lay down anchor points, hold and drag, and arms will come off, and you can manipulate both the anchor points and also the arms. And I use the pen tool an awful lot. I think I made this whole thing with just the pen tool. Well, that and the shapes. So with the shapes, there is the rectangle tool, shortcut M, the rounded rectangle tool, the ellipse tool, shortcut L, polygon tool, star tool, and the flare tool, which I have never used. Now, one of the things that I haven't gone over is coloring, and usually I do the shape builder, and from that there is the live paint bucket, which is K. The shortcut is K. We're going to go over this a lot. Live paint bucket. So first, I have all my layers that I'm going to use. All my layers I'm going to use, I have unlocked them, and I'm going to select them. So I don't need that one. So the ones that I do use, take them all, select them all, and there are 3 stripes up in this upper right hand corner. Right. Properties, layers, library, swatches, brushes, symbols, and this right here. I click on that, and with it there is the duplicate selection. So everything that is selected will be duplicated. And so I do that. And so it has made a copy of everything that I selected. And everything else I will now lock. So I always want to keep my original, just in case something unfortunate should happen. So I lock everything. I can also make these invisible because I already made a duplicate of all of this. This is sort of like a wireframe, but I like the colors. Since I color coded most of it, everybody's on their color layers, and I like this little wireframe coloration. That's kind of cool. I might use that as a computer screen saver. So we have all of these, and now I will select them all these copies. Go back up here to this upper right hand corner, and I will merge selected. Merge selected. And now everything is on one layer. If I touch off of it, my lines is now out of the wireframe. So these are all the lines, all the line work. Various length, strokes. The outside of all of them is a 5-point stroke, and then the insides are less than that. So 3 points, 4-point strokes. I've also filled some like the eyelashes, but now it's coloring time. So I have a gray background, on the background, just below them, and I have this layer locked. It's called gray. And what I use this for is for coloration. It helps to place in colors on a neutral gray background so you can test colors. So I have that on a layer called gray, but also I have swatches, these color swatches, on a separate layer, and I made them with just the box or rectangle tool. I made each of these, copied, pasted, and multiplied to do all of them. So black and white is the standard colors. Black and white are colors that would go across all characters, so I keep that there. And now let's talk about hexadecimal colors. HexDex is this. So I have a whole list of hexadecimal colors for Beautiful Beast Kiss and Friends. And hexadecimal colors are these little color codes, which is numbers and letters that help identify exactly what number. Now this can also sometimes go to printers, but every printer is different. And so check with your printer and see if they want Pantone and hexadecimals in CYMK, or if they can print in RGB. It all depends on the print shop. Everyone's different, so always check that out. So I have the black hexadecimal. White is 6 Fs, F to number 6, and that is the white color. But I've got my hexadeck colors that I've done beforehand, and that is all of these. So I have it in the order that the characters are. So we have the Moon Tiger, his hexadecimal colors. Beautiful Beast Kiss is hers. I use her, well, I build her out the most, and she's the most varied in color, so she has the most. Mockton, our little friend, has his browns, greens, and some ocean blues. And Starbot is mostly reds and some purples. So now, how do I get these hexadeck colors onto, so it's unlocked. This one line that is flattened, it's all unlocked. So now I select it all. V for the selection tool. Select all the characters, and it goes to this. And now we go to the shape builder and touch that, hold it, and there's the live paint bucket. But what I do is eyedropper. If you touch on, this is the main Beautiful Beast Kiss color, and it always does this. It'll change everything to that color. So I Command Z to undo. Command Z is undo to take a step back. So Command Z. K is the color, and now it's selected over here, which is also my HexDeck color, and I touch into the shape. And now she has her orange colors, and I do all the colors that will be orange for her skin tone. All her skin tone, all of it, and her tail color, and the red shows the border that it is doing. So I'm touching everything that will be orange. Okay, what did I do? Oh well. Let's keep going. And there will be little areas that are ears. I do that. Sometimes it's kind of finicky sometimes. Like it'll want to do more than you're selecting. So you just step back and then reapply it to see if it goes back. Okay, so that's all her skin color. Now, next up on the HexDex eyedropper tool is eye. It's also over here. Right, eyedropper, eye. So you can select a hexadecimal color, which I'll just call HexDex. Change that red orange, it'll change to red orange. Command Z to step back. K for the live paint bucket. Touch. Get in there and get these colors. Now I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but this is just my way. So that's her hair. And if you hold down the space bar, and then the hand comes up. And if you move the hand, right, if you grab the whole screen, then I can see my colors. All right, let's keep going. So, eyedropper, stripe colors, the whole thing. Command Z to step back or to undo what you just did. K for the live paint bucket. And now I do all the stripes. Stripes, stripes, stripes. Eyebrows and all of her stripes. Stripes, stripes. Her tail is going to be a lot of stripes. Undo that. See, sometimes it just, I don't know if I double click it or what, but it happens. So just keep coloring. Undo. Let's try that again. So maybe there's something else with this, but I can fix that later. While we can, we do the broad strokes. The broad strokes. All right. That is her stripes. Scale out. Now is her underclothes, or her athletic undergear. For the blue, eyedropper. Touch the blue. Turns everything blue. Command Z to undo that. K for the live paint bucket. Get in and color the parts that need to be colored, right? And there you go. Under athletic wear. All right. Oh, and also her ankle thing. I still don't know what that's called. But anyways. Eyedropper. Now the purple. Everything will turn purple. Command Z. K for the live paint bucket. And these are the wings color. The outer wing. And also, do I do anything else in this purple? I guess not. All right. So now the inner wing blue. Eyedropper. Everything's turned blue. Command Z. And K for the live paint bucket. And the inner wing. Inner wing. Inner wing. I also do the top of this leg thing. Okay. Let's see. Next up is the green. Her eye color green and her tank top green. Eyedropper. Touch the green. Everything turns green. Command Z, undo, or a step back. K for the live paint bucket. Touch, 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 and her eyes. Touch, touch. All right. Next up, dress green. Dropper. Everything turns green. Command Z. It's just repetition. I'm saying it for repetition's sake. Okay, K for the live paint bucket. Touch her dress. And it's all green. All right, and that is her green dress. Next up is her arm bracelet. eyedropper, everything turns this color, Command Z, K for the live paint bucket, touch, I forgot her bracelet, her gem, her green gem, but now I can touch into the character. So eyedropper, touch into what you want, Command Z to step back or undo, K for the live paint bucket, get in there, green, all right. Pink for her nose, eyedropper, pink, everything turns pink, Command Z to undo or step back, K for the live paint bucket, we get in there and her nose is pink. Now do I want her corners pink or hot pink? Now we'll just leave it pink. And now we have a little hot pink, eyedropper, hot pink, Command Z, undo, K for the live paint bucket, get in, touch the section, that will be, all right. And now we can go to, say, these colors, the black and white. I want the white eyedropper, which is also over here. It's the I button on your keyboard, Command Z, undo, K, get in there, get the white. And also, since they're all on the same layer, I can do, say, Mockton, the white of his eyes. You're fine, and you don't have the white part. All right. So that is that. And now I do other characters. So let's do the moon tiger. Touch, it'll all turn purple. Command Z, a little bit closer. And I think this is his skin tone. Okay, so K for the live paint bucket, and I think it's just his face and his neck. Everything, oh, and his tails. Everything else is okay. So now we have his suit color. Eyedropper, touch that, everything turns purple. Command Z, and then back to K, and we do the suit color. Suit color, suit color. All right, and okay. So with highlights are red. So let's do some of that first. Eyedropper, touch into the red, everything turns red, Command Z, K for the eyedropper, the live paint bucket, touch what you want that color, and so his tie is red. Which red is it? Is it this red? This red? I think it's this red. His tie is red, his belt is red, so belt red, and he has red highlights on his shoes. Okay. So now this red is his under eye also. All right. This specialty red is for some of his wing. Eyedropper, touch it. Everything turns that red. Command Z, and then back to K for the live paint bucket. Touch, touch. All right, and now white for his gloves and his white crisp shirt. So eyedropper, white, Command Z. Could have done this all with the white, but I forgot. K for the live paint bucket. Get in there and color what needs to be colored. His white shirt, white gloves, white shirt, and part of his shoes is white, but I can't remember which part though. Is it the tongue? Or is it this? We can change it later if we must. Okay, so this darker purple is his hair color. Eyedropper, touch, Command Z, undo that, or step back. K for the live paint bucket. Touch into his hair. And there you go. And also, it's his nose. I can't remember. But that makes buttons also. Button. Let's go back to this one. I think his eyebrows are this color. So touch that. Command Z. K. Touch. And his nose. Alright. And then I just bounce around at this point. Touch things. Command Z. And then K. And get some of these colors. It's not too strenuous. It's just... Nope. I'll fix this later. And... let's do this purple. Command Z, K, and its collar and this moon shape. And his shoes. Boop, 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 boop. Now, did I do the tongue lighter and then this part darker? I think I did. I can no longer, I cannot confirm nor deny. Okay, and this darker one I thought was his dark part of the boot of his shoes. Z, K, and I just do this over and over. And I can even try out colors if I wish. White for the paper of his book. Command Z, K, and red for the book. Eyedropper, touch it. Command Z, K for the live paint bucket. And do. Let's take that specialty color. That nice bright red. Command Z, K, touch. Alright. And for the pink, we use that hot pink, didn't we? So eyedropper, touch it. Command Z to step back or undo. K. And let's get this corner of his eyes. And while we're at it, let's get Mockton, because he's up next. Alright. And now the light pink is for his cheeks. So eyedropper, everything's pink. Command Z, K for the live paint bucket, and his tongue. All right. And now let's go to his section, which is here. Now I believe his face color. Eyedropper, touch, everything turns brown. Command Z to undo that. K for the live paint bucket. His head and his legs. And I do his arms a special way, but oh, and his tail. All right. This dark brown. Eyedropper, touch into it. Everything turns that dark brown. Command Z, K, and touch. The under part of his nose, and I believe his hooves. All right. Now I think this is his, I can't quite remember. Okay, let's do what I do remember. Okay, I think this is his Command Z, K, his tidy whities. That might be a little bit too bright. I might need to change that. The orange color, eyedropper, orange, Command Z, K, and touch. And I can't remember exactly what was his shell a darker green? And then his arms were a lighter green? And then his body was an even lighter green, I think. Something like that. Let's try it. Command Z, K, body color, and I believe it's like eyedropper, green, Command Z, K. Arms and hands. Now his eyes are this turquoise blue. Command Z, K. Live paint bucket. I believe the top part of his nose is that brown. Let's try this one. Command Z, K. See if I like this. And his shell, I thought was this green. Or was it this darker? Command Z, K for the live paint bucket. And there are spaces that I must get. All right. And his teeth are white. So let's get that white. Eyedropper, white. Command Z, K, and get the teeth. I'm going to do that specialty. All right, it's brown. Eyedropper, brown. Command Z, K. There's these little areas that I did not get. I believe that's Mockton. And now, if I hold it, so I got the space bar held, the hand comes up, click and hold, and I can move my canvas, but I'm also checking the colors. Color check, color check, color check. It looks good. All right, Starbot, you're up. Starbot, his primary color is red. Red. Command C, K. Touch everything that's gonna be red, which I think is just about everything. All right, I think that works. Okay, now his fingers are a lighter red. So eyedropper, touch, everything turns that red. Command Z, K. Let's get in there. Let's do all his knuckles. Now, do I want to do this one? And I can do alternate every other one. All right. So now we have, it goes from, I think it's lighter to darker. So I thought this is the inner, and I thought this was this line, but I'm gonna do this specialty out after. I'll just color that line. So this eyedropper, touch, everything turns that color. Command Z, K, get in there, boop. Is that blue? And this purple, eyedropper, touch, everything turns this purple. Command Z, K, touch, and the eye itself is this color. So eyedropper, touch, Command Z, K. All right. Oh, let's see what happens if I K, maybe this inner line, inner circle. Okay, so zoom out, space bar, and I'm holding it, taking a look at it, and it looks good. Now there's a little bit of cleanup that I need to do, but that is the major part. So I can let go of the space bar, zoom in. I think we're good. I forgot her toenails and her fingernails for a Beautiful Beast Kiss, so I'll make that all black. Or do I want a dark blue? Let's try dark blue first. I'm gonna make it this under, or should I make it this color? I'll make it this color. Try to keep it consistent. Okay. Command Z, because it'll turn everything blue. K, get in. What did you do this specialty on? Yep. Alright. I have to do that a special way in the cleanup phase. If I've closed it off, I can just touch into it. But if I haven't, and it's an open. Sometimes it bleeds into other. All right, spacebar. Hand comes up, touch, hold, and everything looks pretty good, I think. All the colors are pretty much in there. Some corrections and spot stuff to do, but that's fine. The major parts are done. Yay! Okay, so that Z for the magnifying glass, and I can size it. Okay, and now I can touch off of it. Touch off. V for the selection tool. Touch off. Everything's unselected, and if I ever wanted to go back, I'd select everything and then go back to the live paint bucket, and that is that. And that is the coloration for all the characters using hexadecimal colors and swatches over a gray background for color checking. And that is the characters. Beautiful Beast, Kiss, and Friends. So I'm going to do some tinkering in the background. But that's that. So I want to thank you for joining me. Well, I'll show the final image now, if when it's done. But thank you for joining me. I have been Trey Hodges. You can find my work at treyhodges.com. Power to all the creators. Keep shining, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.